I will bless the Lord at all times, and his praise it shall continually be in my mouth. What's going on, everybody? My title says, how can a real man of God marry a old hoe? Everybody know this woman done been around. She was a hoe. Every man done slept with her. She gave herself up. And I want to give a shout out to my sister Regina for a moment. Now, Regina, I hear you with this email. You said, how can a man marry an old hoe, old slut? Should nobody want her? Well, I'm going to say some things you might not agree with, sister. Because you say you don't agree with a man, a true man, especially a man of God, marrying an old hoe because of her past. You say once a hoe, always a hoe. And I'm going to highly disagree with that. That's your belief. Now, first of all, let me say this, sister. Every last one of us, and I mean every last one of us, got some kind of past. Truth be told, some of us just never got busted. With a name wasn't out there probably like the next woman or like the next man. You got male hoes. You have women that have, slept around men, vice versa. It's on both sides. But all of us got some kind of past. And to be honest, according to the Bible, every time we laid around with somebody, had sex and slept with them, according to the Bible, that was your wife. According to the way God look at it, let me say it like that. We all done pretty much committed adultery, whether we know it or not. Fornicated. Sex outside of marriage. We done it, and we all give to that. So when we quick to say, oh man, I wouldn't marry that hoe, and then somebody married you. So you got to be careful when you point fingers. Now I know you might not agree with some of this stuff I'm saying in this video, and that's cool. But you asked me something, and I'm gonna come real with it. You already know me. You don't agree with a man marrying an old hoe. Well, you know me, sister. I like to go back to the Bible. I always like to go back to the Bible. When the Most High delivers somebody, they change for the best. And the Lord gets the glory. See, we can't change nobody. So when you go back to the Bible, there was a prostitute in Jericho. There was a harlot by the name of Rahab. So I don't know if you ever studied on Rahab and some of the women in the Bible. Rahab was considered a prostitute, my sister. Oh, but when the Lord changed her for the best, she ended up in the lineage of Christ. Oh yeah, same one that you might consider a hoe, a prostitute. You say a hoe can't change, they can't do no better. Once a hoe, always a hoe. Read the Bible. Read the Bible. Same one that was called a hoe wind up in the lineage of Christ. We know the story. I just got through talking about the Samaritan woman, the woman that Jesus met at the well. She was having an unlawful sexual relationship. She was shacking up. At least she told the truth. She had been with plenty of men. The man that she was with wasn't her husband. But look at how Jesus looked at the heart. That's the difference. Jesus looked at the heart. We just, for some reason, we got to be judgmental. We got to judge. So many people right now are living the same lifestyle as Rahab done, as the Samaritan woman done. But the thing is, it comes right here with changing. See, if you don't want to change within yourself something, that's you. It's not like the Lord is saying walk around and live that lifestyle. So that woman changed. The Samaritan woman changed. And whoever you talking about, if they change for the Lord, why are we sitting up looking at their past when God don't? You see what I'm saying? So what? She been around. But when she met Christ, you see what I'm saying? Case closed. That's why, once again, we don't do the changing. There was a woman who had been possessed by demons by the name of Mary Magdalene. Look at how the Lord changed her. And she was your first woman to spread the word at the resurrection when the disciples wasn't even there. So don't say what God can and can't do. God can take that whole, he can take that whole mess and turn her mess into a message where she can go reach other people that's fighting with whoring around and prostitution. It's being done every day. Even when you look at Ruth was a Moabite, a descendant of who? Lot's. You remember Lot? Remember the sexual relationship with his daughters when Lot slept with his own daughters? See, the Lord straightens it up. And Ruth is considered, oh man, when you talk about Ruth and Boaz, but just Ruth alone, look at how powerful Ruth was. Moabite woman, a descendant of Lot's sexual relationship with his daughters. Sexual relation, I should say. So you gotta be careful when you trying to say, oh man, why did he marry that hoe? That's what she used to be. That's what Rahab used to be. And whoever looking at this video, that's who you used to be if you delivered. Once again, we all was something. Some of us is still some, and some of us ain't gonna never try to change what we have done. And men, I'm talking to us too. We so quick to talk about, man, them ain't nothing but hoes. How many times have we hoed around, men? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So when you think about Rahab, yes, she made her living as a prostitute at first. But when she recognized the Lord, she came into the Lord and just took the Lord as her own. She was an ancestor of King David and Jesus Christ. I like to say Ruth earned her name in what I like to call the Faith Hall of Fame. Go to Hebrews 11, you're going to see her name right there. See, the Lord once again judges us differently than how people judge, because he looks at the heart. So even though you might not agree with what I'm saying, sister, because you say once a hoe, always a hoe, that's your belief. I would say you once a hoe, you will stay a hoe if you don't come into Christ. See, it ain't just about hoes. You got people that used to sell dope. They not dope dealing no more. You got homosexuals that have changed now, and now they men of God. You got women that have been delivered from being lesbians. So we can't sit up here and say who can and can't change. And when you start judging people that way, I guarantee you, you can't even go and look in the mirror at your own self. And this is out of love. I'm not condemning you. I love you. This is from the bottom of my heart. You ask me a question, be able to take it. Take the answers. So with that being said, everybody, God bless, God keep. Let's keep lifting each other up, y'all, in prayer, and just keep moving forward and higher in the Lord. Peace.